Hey guys, welcome back to the drawing board. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today, we're going to be doing something real simple and easy. I'm going to be showing you how to draw a parrot. And not just any parrot, it's one of my favorite birds. It's called the Scarlet Macaw. I'm sure you've seen pictures of this at least. So, all you have to do is either have your iPad or a pencil and paper. And let's get started. So we're going to start with the top of the head. We're going to give it a small little curve. And then we're going to extend that curve, slightly sloping to the right. Just take that and slope further downwards until you reach what's at the base of the neck of the parrot. And that's where the wing is going to start. And so we're going to move a little further to the right and then slope back down. Continue sloping downwards until you reach the same point that I have. And there we're going to just curve upwards. So we've got one side of the wing. Now, where the base of the neck meets the wing, we're just going to move along that same level and go towards the left. And we're going to start the other side of the wing from there. And you're going to curve towards the left and then start to come down. And you make the two meet in two little curves. So that's the first part of the wing. Then, from this point right here, we're going to slope downwards. And from the other side of the wing, we're going to slope downwards as well and meet at the bottom. So now we have the wing. So draw this little line here, and now we have the inside of the wing as well. Now draw a line going vertically downwards and curve it so that it goes halfway back up. That's your first tail feather. We're going to continue this and make about 3 or 4 more. And now you have a few more tail feathers. Make sure to connect them all to the wing. Let's also go ahead and draw a few smaller feathers in between to make it a bit more realistic. Now we're going to go back up to the top and we're going to draw the beak. So the place where we started, the curve, we're going to just extend that down in a sloping straight line and we're going to leave it there for now. Now let's draw the beak. Connect that bottom of the beak to the sloping straight line, and then we're going to just draw these two lines on the inside of the beak because they are going to give a little bit of detail. Now at the bottom of that sloping straight line, we're going to curve outwards, and this is going to be the body of the bird. So let's leave that for now and let's move back up to the face. Just follow along and draw this shape from the top of the beak to the bottom, just like I have. And then right over here, draw a circle and color most of it with black, except for a little bit on one side and a little white circle on the other side. And that's going to be the pupil of the bird's eye. So now we're going to draw the talons, the claws of the parrot. Just follow along and try to draw them the same way I'm drawing them. Think of them as like flower petals or leaves. Okay. So once we draw those talons, we're just gonna draw a branch because obviously the parrot needs to be sitting somewhere. Be a little careful when drawing the bottom of that branch. Make sure you don't overlap the talons. Okay, once we've done that, we're gonna draw the bird's other wing. We're just gonna draw it as a curve like this. And then we're going to extend it down here so that it reaches the other end of the tail feathers. Okay, now we're going to draw the part on the wing where the different colors come out. So draw these little curved little bits like this, and then draw these next bits like this. And give a few lines here and there, like so. Make sure that all these lines that I'm giving down here at the tail feathers, they reach from one side to the other and they don't have gaps. Now we're going to fill in the colors. If you're working with a pencil and paper, you can just color these parts in. First, we're going to go with the red. So choose a nice bright red. Don't forget to add them to the tail feathers. And now we're going to go with the yellow. The yellow only comes in this one part. And now we're going to do the blue. So now let's take a little darker red. This is going to be for all the undersides of the tail feathers, and just add them in over here. And now let's take a darker blue and let's add them in over here. Now let's take a very light eggshell color. That's going to be on the beak. And a very light gray that's almost white, and that's going to be that little partition that's around the eye. And now let's take a nice dark gray and add that into the inside of the beak and also on the talons. Now all that's left to do is take a nice brown and add it into all the parts on the branch. And there you have it, a nice, simple and easy parrot. I hope you liked this. If you watched the video and you found it useful, I hope you give me a like and maybe even subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again at the next drawing board.